the translucent window glass, watching the happy, smiling people slowly pass. Daylight brings a harsh, cruel, stark illumination, highlighting my dreadful, miserable situation. The thermometer rises, boiling my frustrated blood, while my self-esteem sinks into a thick brown mud. Squinting at the bright, blinding neon-like flare, ultraviolet radiation fills the bustling public square. Perfect weather feels like a personal attack, carrying this invisible boulder upon my back. Nature mocks the tragedy unfolding in my brain, sending clear skies while I internally sustain. Bitter sunshine stings my sensitive, tired eyes. A beautiful dawn is a terrible, cruel disguise. Sunburns develop on my unprotected bare skin, a glaring reminder of the trouble I am in. I hate the glow, I despise the radiant heat, dragging my shadow down this sunny, cheerful street. Birds chirp a mocking, overly joyful tune, wishing I could fast forward to a dark afternoon. Solar flares disrupt my personal magnetic field, my cynical exterior remains heavily, thickly shielded. Yellow beams expose the dust floating in the air, revealing the mess of a life I cannot repair. Everybody celebrates the cloudless, perfect sky. I just wanna close the blinds, retreat and cry. Perfect weather feels like a personal attack, carrying this invisible boulder upon my back. Nature mocks the tragedy unfolding in my brain, sending clear skies while I internally sustain. Bitter sunshine stings my sensitive, tired eyes. A beautiful dawn is a terrible, cruel disguise. Sunburns develop on my unprotected bare skin, a glaring reminder of the trouble I am in. I hate the glow, I despise the radiant heat, dragging my shadow down this sunny, cheerful street. Turn off the lamp, extinguish the giant star. I prefer the comfort of a dimly lit, smoky bar. Irony burns worse than the actual solar ray, ruining what should have been a perfect, lovely day. Thirsty, gray, bright, too much day. Need the night, bitter sunshine stings my sensitive, tired eyes. A beautiful dawn is a terrible, cruel disguise. Sunburns develop on my unprotected bare skin, a glaring reminder of the trouble Scorching the galaxy without any possibility of cooling relief. Magma droplets cascade violently from the glowing hot corona. A tragic performance within this celestial massive persona. Boiling plasma erupts in a devastating, unpredictable solar flare. A cosmic tragedy that makes the terrified astronomers openly stare. Hydrogen fuses into a magnificent, unparalleled weeping sorrow, worrying about the astronomical forecast for a dreadful tomorrow. A burning teardrop plummets through the endless vacuum of space, leaving a fiery streak across the terrified planetary face. The ultimate contradiction of a crying, incredibly bright sphere, a meteorological phenomenon we universally, instinctively fear. Tearful sun, crying rivers of absolute scorching, pure fire, raising the galactic temperature significantly, dangerously higher. A weeping star mourning its inevitable, distant, eventual death, exhaling a scorching, miserable, radioactive helium breath. Weeping sunlight blistering my sympathetic upturned cheek, a cosmic melancholy that makes the entire solar system weak. The orbital path feels like a tragic, completely mandatory march underneath the universe's grand obsidian, unfathomable arch. Ultraviolet rays transmitting a deeply depressed, melancholic code along the milky, expansive, interstellar, lonely cosmic road. Sunspots appear suddenly like bruised, emotional dark eyes, a giant weeping entity entirely dominating the daytime skies, crying liquid gold upon the orbiting tiny, insignificant planets, melting the asteroids and the solid floating ancient granites. A burning teardrop plummets through the endless vacuum of space, leaving a fiery streak across the terrified planetary face. The ultimate contradiction of a crying, incredibly bright sphere, a meteorological phenomenon we universally, instinctively fear. Tearful sun, crying rivers of absolute scorching, pure fire, raising the galactic temperature significantly, dangerously higher. A weeping star mourning its inevitable, distant, eventual death, exhaling a scorching, miserable, radioactive helium breath. Weeping sunlight blistering my sympathetic upturned cheek, a cosmic melancholy that makes the entire solar system weak.
Atlantic behaves like a giant sheet of flawless glass, watching the motionless anchored cargo vessels slowly pass. A dead calm paralyzes the deep, unmeasurable marine abyss, robbing the coastline of its familiar, crashing white kiss.
Voiceless currents circulate miles underneath the smooth surface, a fluid environment entirely devoid of direction or purpose. The tides refuse to fight, the pressure begins to heavily mount, suffering from a quiet despair that nobody can accurately count.
Liquid stagnation, freezing out emotional true expression, trapped inside a nautical overwhelming deep depression.
No breeze disturbs the surface,
no white caps appear,
drowning in a fluid vacuum
of absolute cold fear. Silent waves roll wordlessly across the dark horizon, a massive body of water with no vocal cords to crying, cresting without a sound, breaking without an impact or roar, never reaching the safety of the distant rocky shore. And under the tidal grief, perfectly disguised and still, crushing my fragile heart against its aquatic icy will.
The heavy iron anchor sinks into the black unyielding mud, chilling the warm flow of my frustrated human blood. Navigational instruments fail to find a way out of this zone, left drifting on this glassy desert, completely, utterly alone. Motionless seaweed tangled around the rusted dead propeller, I have become a stranded, forgotten maritime dweller. The horizon blends
Seamlessly into the pale misty sky, with no dynamic motion left to even ask the question why. Liquid stagnation, freezing our emotional true expression, trapped inside a nautical overwhelming deep depression.
no breeze disturbs the surface,
No white caps appear, drowning in a fluid vacuum of absolute cold fear. Silent waves roll wordlessly across the dark horizon, a massive body of water with no vocal cords to crying, cresting without a sound, breaking without an impact or roar, never reaching the safety of the distant rocky shore. And under the tidal grief, perfectly disguised and still, crushing my fragile heart against its aquatic icy will.
a monstrous storm is brewing deep beneath this calm illusion,
A chaotic vortex of emotional devastating absolute confusion.
but on the outside
Not a single ripple gives it away.
we keep our devastating secrets locked up,
Every single day,
still
deep,
mute,
tight,
glassy,
water,
no
sound. Silent waves roll wordlessly across the dark horizon,
oh,
a massive body of water
with no vocal cords to crying,
cresting without a sound,
breaking without an impact or roar.
never reaching the safety of the distant rocky shore. And under the tidal grief, perfect shouting your name fiercely into a vast rocky cavern. The desperate vowels ricochet across jagged granite walls, seeking warmth inside this cold, abandoned stone tavern, listening intently as the emptiness endlessly calls.
Sound waves bouncing off towering ancient limestone formations, an acoustic mirror reflecting my intense, undeniable affection.
Creates an infinitely multiplying auditory duplications, sending my voice back in the absolute opposite direction. Reverberations multiply rapidly within the steep gorge, a terrifying chorus of phantoms mimicking my declaration, trying to permanently hammer and emotionally forge a true connection out of this spatial isolation. Echo and love returning directly to the sad sender, a hollow resonance replacing actual physical touch, bouncing back without any bodily warmth to render. The canyon replies loudly, but doesn't offer very much. A vocal boomerang hitting my fragile, exposed chest, putting my psychological endurance to the ultimate test.
Strict geometry dictates the trajectory of these syllables. Valleys trap the noise indefinitely within their steep perimeter,
Multiplying my confessions into countless unseen multiples, acting as a cool, unfeeling sonic limiter. The auditory feedback loop becomes completely deafening, hearing my own extreme vulnerability repeated mockingly. This geological phenomenon is truly deeply threatening my desperate pleas, bouncing around quite shockingly. Reverberations multiply rapidly within the steep gorge, a terrifying chorus of phantoms mimicking my declaration, trying to permanently hammer and emotionally forge a true connection out of this spatial isolation. Echoing love returning directly to the sad sender, a hollow resonance replacing actual, a physical touch, bouncing back without any bodily warmth to render. The canyon replies loudly, but doesn't offer very much. A vocal boomerang hitting my fragile, exposed chest, putting my psychological endurance to the ultimate test.
absorb the noise, quickly pad the hard reflective surfaces. I strongly demand an original reply, not a worthless duplicate.
This repetitive illusion completely defeats our purposes, making things horribly, terribly, hopelessly intricate. Hello, hello, return, return, bounce, bounce, empty, 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 empty. Directly to the sad sender, a hollow resonance replacing actual, a physical touch, bouncing back, utterly alone. Sudden unexpected spark ignites this frozen icy relationship. The Arctic frost begins to melt away from my guarded exterior. Stepping off the lonely, isolated, cold passenger ship, realizing that my pessimistic fears were completely inferior.
Your welcoming voice pierces through my stubborn, thick armor. A friendly greeting thaws the winter accumulated inside my chest. The atmosphere suddenly becomes significantly, wonderfully warmer, putting my long-standing cynical worldview to the ultimate test.
Combustion begins from a single, genuinely hospitable glance, giving our stagnant lives a beautiful secondary chance. The temperature rises as our eyes finally successfully meet, transforming this bitter, frozen sidewalk into a cozy street. A warm hello melts the massive glaciers of our long separation, initiating a beautiful, comforting,
A simple, friendly greeting packed with
genuine tender heat, making our synchronization completely, beautifully, totally complete.
banishing the lonely winter,
Welcoming the glorious spring,
discovering the simple joy that a kind,
welcoming word can bring.
cozy embers crackling cheerfully inside the old brick fireplace. Hospitality radiates from the center of your beautiful smile, erasing the lingering tension from my tired, stressed out face, knowing that this genuine connection makes everything worth the while.
The emotional thermostat climbs to a perfectly comfortable degree, unwinding my defensive posture, letting down my heavy guard, feeling completely, wonderfully, absolutely accepted and free. After spending so many years feeling incredibly bitter and hard, combustion begins from a single, genuinely hospitable glance, giving our stagnant lives a beautiful secondary chance. The temperature rises as our eyes finally successfully meet, transforming this bitter, frozen sidewalk into a cozy street. A warm hello melts the massive glaciers of our long separation, initiating a beautiful, comforting,
A simple, friendly greeting
packed with genuine tender heat, making our synchronization completely, beautifully, totally complete.
banishing the lonely winter,
Welcoming the glorious spring,
discovering
vast Atlantic behaves like a giant sheet of flawless glass, watching the motionless anchored cargo vessels slowly pass.
A dead calm paralyzes the deep, unmeasurable marine abyss,
robbing the coastline of its familiar crashing white kiss.
Voiceless currents circulate miles underneath the smooth surface, a fluid environment entirely devoid of direction or purpose.
The tides refuse to fight, the pressure begins to heavily mount,
suffering from a quiet despair
that nobody can accurately count.
Liquid stagnation,
freezing our emotional true expression,
trapped inside an article
overwhelming deep depression.
No breeze disturbs the surface,
no white caps appear,
drowning in a fluid vacuum of
absolute cold fear. Silent waves roll wordlessly across the dark horizon, a massive body of water with no vocal cords to cry in, cresting without a sound, breaking without an impact or roar, never reaching the safety of the distant rocky shore. And under the tidal grief, perfectly disguised and still, crushing my fragile heart against its aquatic icy will.
the heavy iron anchor sinks into the black, unyielding mud, chilling the warm flow of my frustrated human blood. Navigational instruments fail to find a way out of the zone, left drifting on this glassy desert, completely, utterly alone.
Motionless seaweed tangled around the rusted dead propeller, I have become a stranded, forgotten maritime dweller. The horizon blends seamlessly into the pale, misty sky, with no dynamic motion left to even ask the question why. Liquid stagnation, freezing our emotional true expression, trapped inside an article overwhelming deep depression.
No breeze disturbs the surface,
No white caps appear,
drowning in a fluid vacuum of
absolute cold fear. Silent waves roll wordlessly across the dark horizon, a massive body of water with no vocal cords to cry in, cresting without a sound, breaking without an impact or roar, never reaching the safety of the distant rocky shore. And under the tidal grief, perfectly disguised and still, crushing my fragile heart against its aquatic icy will. A monstrous storm is brewing deep beneath this calm illusion, a chaotic vortex of emotional, devastating, absolute confusion. But on the outside, not a single ripple gives it away. We keep our devastating secrets locked up every single day. Still, deep, mute, tide, glassy water, no sound. Silent waves roll wordlessly across the dark horizon, a massive body of water, with no vocal cords to cry in, and cresting without a sound, breaking without an impact or roar, never reaching the safety of the distant Pursuing dark outlines across the bedroom plaster, running desperately, but the illusions move much faster. Silhouettes stretching infinitely down a narrow alleyway, trying to capture a phantom that refuses to stay.
Hunting for apparitions in the fading afternoon, guided blindly by the deceptive waning moon, grasping at smoke that slips right through my fist. A foolish pursuit of something that doesn't exist.
Optical tricks, playing games with my perception, falling victim to this visual cruel deception. Sprint toward the figure, but it suddenly shrinks
Into the darkness where the hidden monster drinks,
chasing shadows through the labyrinth of my mind,
leaving reality and
solid objects far behind.
a marathon of
Ghosts, an impossible endless race, following a trick of the light without a face, running in circles, hunting for an empty shape.
from this spectral prison.
There is no escape.
The perimeter walls cast a towering, terrifying gloom. Monsters projected onto the floor of my living room, tracing the edges of a memory that isn't truly there, boxing with the menacing invisible opponent in the air.
Corner of my eye catches a sudden rapid dart, accelerating the pounding of my anxious racing heart. Silhouettes dancing a mocking sinister ballet, taunting my efforts before swiftly darting away. Optical tricks, playing games with my perception, falling victim to this visual cruel deception. Sprint toward the figure, but it suddenly shrinks into the darkness where the hidden monster drinks, chasing shadows through the labyrinth of my mind,
Leaving reality and
solid objects far behind. A marathon of ghosts, an impossible endless race, following a trick of the light without a face, running in circles, hunting for an empty shape.
from this
Spectral prison, there is no escape.
stop the pursuit, stand entirely firmly still.
Let the darkness operate its mysterious quiet will.
You cannot handcuff a projection,
On the wall,
surrender to the emptiness.
and let the darkness fall. Run, hide, seek, find empty shapes, trick mind, chasing shadows through the labyrinth of my mind,
Leaving reality and
solid objects far behind. A marathon of ghosts, an impossible endless race, following the trick of the light without a face, running in circles, hunting for an empty shape.
from this spectral prison.
There is no escape. Just an outline, nothing there. Fade to black, just an outline, nothing there. Fade to black. inside this tranquil, quiet chest, finding a comforting zone where I can finally rest. Breathing slowly, exhaling the anxious, tight air, floating easily on a cloud without a single care.
Relaxed rhythm stomping at a peaceful pace, navigating the journey with unhurried grace. Gentle pulses echoing through my relaxed veins, sheltered safely from the chaotic pouring rain.
Slow in the tempo of the rushing mad crowd, lowering the volume when the world gets loud. Tuning the frequency to a soothing, calm vibration, entering a state of permanent relaxation. Mellow heart keeping it smooth this time, writing a gentle, uncomplicated rhyme. No rushing, no running, just a steady glide, enjoying the beauty of this easy-going ride. Serene emotions flowing like a lazy stream, living pleasantly inside a waking dream.
Unwinding the knots tangled within my brain, refusing to participate in the stressful lane. Chilling underneath the shade of an old oak tree, embracing the simplicity of simply being free.
Tender feelings blossoming like a spring flower, appreciating the stillness of the present hour. Harmonious melodies hummed underneath my breath, defeating the worry, ignoring the stress until death. Slow in the tempo of the rushing mad crowd, lowering the volume when the world gets loud. Tuning the frequency to a soothing, calm vibration, entering a state of permanent relaxation. Mellow heart keeping the smoothest time, writing a gentle, uncomplicated rhyme. No rushing, no running, just a steady glide, enjoying the beauty of this easy-going ride. Serene emotions flowing like a lazy stream, living pleasantly inside a waking dream.
A dependable
quiet drum, waiting patiently for whatever good things come. Rest, calm, just easy living, gentle giving. Mellow heart keeping the smoothest time, writing a gentle, uncomplicated rhyme. No rushing, no running, just a steady glide, enjoying the beauty of this easy-going ride. Serene emotions flowing like a lazy stream, living pleasantly inside a waking dream. So calm, a soothing balm, just relaxing. Precipitation begins descending from above, liquid medicine to mend a fractured love. Stormy clouds gather across the gray expanse, offering nature's magnificent watery dance.
Monsoons wash the dirt from the city pavement, releasing my mind from its dark enslavement. Umbrellas bloom like mushrooms on the walk, listening to the storm's majestic rhythmic talk.
Puddles form reflecting the neon street lights, washing away the terror of those sleepless nights. Thunder claps loudly signaling a true rebirth, nourishing the parched, dehydrated, thirsty earth. Healing rain restores the shattered, broken pieces as the heavy downpour magically increases. Droplets cleanse replacing my cries with peaceful, quiet tones.
Hey, hey. Gutters overflowed with yesterday's regret, embracing the moisture, allowing myself to get wet. Muddy boots splashing through the flooded alleys, climbing out of these emotional sunken valleys.
Window panes blurred by the steady washing stream, waking up refreshed from a feverish bad dream. Petrichor scent filling the cool breezy draft, creating a life raft from a makeshift craft. Puddles form reflecting the neon street lights, washing away the terror of those sleepless nights. Thunderclaps loudly signaling a true rebirth, nourishing the parched, dehydrated, thirsty earth. Healing rain restores the shattered, broken pieces as the heavy downpour magically increases. Droplets cleanse the sorrow from my heavy jacket,
Soothing the urban, overwhelming loud racket.
let it pour, let it drench my weary bones, replacing my cries with peaceful, quiet tones.
Extract the bitter poison. Look at the fresh green grass, hear the joyous noise.
And every single drop that hits the fertile soil, ending this period of endless painful toil. Drip, drop, cleanse, mend, waterfalls, sorrows end. Drip, as a heavy downpour magically increases. Droplets cleanse the sorrow from my heavy jacket, soothing the urban, overwhelming loud racket. Let it pour, let it drench my weary bones, replacing my cries with peaceful, quiet tones. Wash clean, brand new, purified. Dark violet fabric spreads across the midnight landscape. The atmosphere feels like expensive textile brushing against my skin.
Gazing upward at this seamless cosmic
Nocturnal drape, wondering where the outer edges of this elegance begin.
Deep indigo material blankets, the sleeping neighborhood below. The universe showcases its most luxurious
premium design.
Street lamps illuminate the smooth canvas with a soft amber glow, while my chaotic thoughts slowly falling
to a perfectly straight line. Touching the soft, untouchable tapestry of infinity,
feeling a sense of absolute majestic
royal serenity. The universe wraps its comforting cloak around our shoulders, as the modern world outside gradually grows cold. texture over our heads tonight, extinguishing the harsh, artificial, blinding city light. A smooth nocturnal canopy, incredibly soft and grand, stretching infinitely across this vast, mysterious land. An elegant dark paradise, comforting my weary mind, leaving the jagged, painful reality far behind.
Constellations appear like diamond studs embroidered on the cloth. The silver moon behaves like a glowing ancient celestial pearl.
My fragile spirit is drawn to the light like a nocturnal moth, watching the mysterious patterns of the galaxy slowly unfurl.
Silk curtains closing gently over the horizontal window of my eyes,
absorbing the rich, calming pigments of this majestic space.
the absolute premium quality,
Of these nocturnal skies,
erasing every single painful memory without
leaving a trace, touching the soft, untouchable tapestry of infinity,
feeling a sense of absolute majestic.
royal serenity.
The universe wraps its comforting cloak around our shoulders
As the modern world outside gradually grows colder, velvet sky draping its exquisite texture over our heads tonight, extinguishing the harsh, artificial, blinding city light. A smooth nocturnal canopy, incredibly soft and grand, stretching infinitely across this vast, mysterious land. An elegant dark paradise, comforting my weary mind, leaving the jagged, painful reality far behind.
For the fabric, wrap yourself within this plush embrace.
No rough edges can penetrate this protected, sacred place.
The universe provides a premium shelter
For the broken soul, making our shattered, fragmented spirits completely whole. Soft, plush, smooth, dark, cosmic blanket,
ignite the spark.
velvet sky dripping its exquisite texture over our heads tonight, extinguishing the harsh, artificial, blinding city light. A smooth nocturnal canopy, incredibly soft and grand, stretching infinitely across this vast, mysterious land.
An elegant dark paradise,
Dark paradise, comforting my weary mind,
weary mind.
leaving the jagged, painful reality far behind. A plush, a plush, a plush, dark violet fabric spreads across the midnight landscape. The atmosphere feels like expensive textile brushing against my skin, gazing upward at this seamless, cosmic, nocturnal drape, wondering where the outer edges of this elegance begin.
Deep indigo material blankets, the sleeping neighborhood below.
The universe showcases its most luxurious premium design.
Street lamps illuminate the smooth canvas
with a soft amber glow,
while my chaotic thoughts slowly fall into a perfectly straight line.
Touching the soft, untouchable tapestry of infinity, feeling a sense of absolute majesty, royal serenity. The universe wraps its comforting cloak around our shoulders as the modern world outside gradually grows colder. Velvet sky draping its exquisite texture over our heads tonight, extinguishing the harsh artificial blinding city light. A smooth nocturnal canopy incredibly An enormous dark mass of vapor suspends above the mountain peak.
The barometric pressure drops rapidly,
Crushing my motivation. The atmospheric condition makes my entire body feel incredibly weak.
trapped under a thick dark layer, absolute
Total stagnation.
moisture accumulates rapidly within this suffocating gray ceiling. The sun is completely blocked by a thick,
Impenetrable shield.
an overwhelming, oppressive, devastatingly numb feeling, forcing my stubborn, rebellious heart to
Finally bow and yield. The weight of the sky is bearing down upon our fragile spines. Looking upward anxiously, searching for any hopeful bright signs. But the density only increases with every passing miserable hour, stripping away our remaining energy, draining our vital power. This heavy cloud threatens an imminent emotional downpour today, chasing every single ounce of joyful sunshine completely away. A dense, loaded atmosphere hanging dangerously low,
paralyzing our movements,
making the journey painfully slow. A massive gray burden suspended directly over our home, trapping us underneath this dark, unforgiving, stormy dome.
smog and humidity combine into a thick, toxic
Suffocating blend.
The visibility decreases until I cannot even see
My own front gate,
wondering exactly how much longer this dark,
weather can extend.
resigning myself to this gloomy, predictable,
Fortunate fate. Condensation drips slowly down the cold metallic window frame. The dense fog rolls through the valley like a slow-moving ghost, playing a frustrating, psychological, exhausting waiting game, losing the things that my vulnerable heart cherished the most. The weight of the sky is bearing down upon our fragile spines, looking upward anxiously, searching for any hopeful bright signs. But the density only increases with every passing miserable hour, stripping away our remaining energy, draining our vital power. This heavy cloud threatens an imminent emotional downpour today, chasing every single ounce of joyful sunshine completely away. A dense, loaded atmosphere hanging dangerously low,
paralyzing our movements,
making the journey painfully slow. A massive and release the stored anxiety. We cannot survive much longer inside this suffocating society. Break the tension, let the accumulated pressure finally explode. Lighten the immense, unbearable weight of this atmospheric load. Dense, low, gray, press, sky is falling, endless stress. This heavy cloud threatens an imminent emotional downpour today, chasing every single ounce of joyful sunshine completely away. A dense, loaded atmosphere hanging dangerously low, paralyzing our movements, making the journey painfully slow. A massive gray burden suspended directly over our home, trapping us underneath this dark, unforgiving story dome. Still hanging so dark, waiting for the burst. The internal metronome stumbles off its proper axis, stepping blindly onto an unfamiliar, intimidating dance floor. My bodily coordination completely fails the practice, forgetting the choreography we meticulously learned before.
Limbs moving clumsily without any graceful intention, misinterpreting the signals of our physical intimate waltz. A jarring disruption grabbing my unwanted attention, experiencing a series of embarrassing sudden falls.
Syncopation breaks the natural, seamless flow. Time slips rapidly away from my grasping fingers. The tempo fluctuates between aggressively fast and agonizing slow. Only an awkward, disjointed sensation permanently lingers. Lost rhythm causing me to trip abruptly tonight, falling completely out of strict musical alignment. My hips swaying correctly, lacking the magical insight, escaping from this metrical rigid confinement. The heavy pendulum swings unevenly side to side, with no dependable groove left to act as my guide.
Clunky footwork replaces our previously seamless tango, stepping on your toes accidentally during the spin. The percussion scatters like a drop bruised mango, wondering exactly where the melody should begin.
Mathematical confusion disrupts my spatial orientation. The irregular drum beat misguides my erratic wild steps, losing control over my own physical manifestation, sinking into unpredictable asynchronous steps. Syncopation breaks the natural, seamless flow. Time slips rapidly away from my grasping fingers. The tempo fluctuates between aggressively fast and agonizing slow. Only an awkward, disjointed sensation permanently lingers. Lost rhythm causing me to trip abruptly tonight, falling completely out of strict musical alignment. My hips swaying correctly, lacking the magical insight, escaping from this metrical rigid confinement. The heavy pendulum swings unevenly
Try to synchronize our mismatched pulses once again, but the connection is severed, shattered upon the floor. Accepting this chaotic timing, enduring the awkward pain. Stumble, falter, trip, sway, out of sync, lost the way. Lost rhythm causing me to trip abruptly tonight, falling completely out of strict musical alignment. My hips sway incorrectly, lacking the magical insight, escaping from this metrical rigid confinement. The heavy pendulum swings unevenly side to side, with no dependable groove left to act as my guide. Off the beat, miss the cue, no more dancing. Shouting your name fiercely into a vast rocky cavern. The desperate vows ricochet across jagged granite walls, seeking warmth inside this cold, abandoned stone tavern. Listening intently as the emptiness endlessly calls. Sound waves bouncing off towering ancient limestone formations, in a ghostly mirror reflecting my intense, undeniable affection, creating infinitely multiplying auditory duplications, sending my voice back in the absolute opposite direction. Reverberations multiply rapidly within the steep gorge, a terrifying chorus of phantoms mimicking my declaration. Trying to permanently hammer and emotionally forge a true connection out of this spatial isolation. Echoing love returning directly to the sad sender. A hollow resonance replacing actual physical touch, bouncing back without any bodily warmth to render. The canyon replies loudly, but doesn't offer very much. A vocal boomerang hitting my fragile exposed chest, putting my psychological endurance to the ultimate test. Strict geometry dictates the trajectory of these syllables. Valleys trap the noise indefinitely within their steep perimeter, multiplying my confessions into countless unseen multiples, acting as a cruel, unfeeling sonic limiter. The auditory feedback loop becomes completely deafening, hearing my own extreme vulnerability. Mockingly, this geological phenomenon is truly deeply threatening my desperate pleas, bouncing around quite shockingly. Reverberations multiply rapidly within the steep gorge, a terrifying chorus of phantoms mimicking my declaration. Trying to permanently hammer and emotionally forge a true connection out of this spatial isolation. Echoing love returning directly to the sad sender. A hollow resonance replacing actual physical touch, bouncing back without any bodily warmth to render. The canyon replies loudly, but doesn't offer very much. A vocal boomerang hitting my
psychological endurance to the ultimate test. Making things horribly, terribly, hopelessly intricate. Hello? Return, return, return. Bounce, 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 bounce. Empty, 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 empty. Echoing love returning directly to the sad sender. A hollow resonance replacing actual physical touch. Psychological endurance to the ultimate test. Just my voice bouncing back, utterly alone.
Oh, oh, oh.
Deep beneath the ancient, fertile forest floor, subterranean channels cannot contain this agony anymore.
The oldest oak timber trembled from an inner disease as a bitter autumn wind strips the
defenseless trees.
Ancestral soil absorbs the generational heavyweight, nutrients contaminated by
a cruel, unyielding fate.
Bark splits open, oozing a sticky, resinous tear, exposing the historical vulnerability we secretly fear. The underground network carries a desperate silent signal.
Its botanical structure is becoming dangerously brittle.
An unseen earthquake fractures our spiritual foundation, enduring a slow, painful, vegetative starvation.
The roots weep beneath the heavy, trampled clay
as our natural connection
completely withers away.
the foundation grows,
The ancient trunk bleeds,
ignoring
our emotional, vital, spiritual needs.
a subterranean mourning, organic and profound,
Crying silently from underneath the solid ground.
Concrete jungles expand, choking the soft loam, depriving our wild spirits of their native home. Iron shovels sever the delicate fibrous veins, leaving nothing but structural damage and pain.
With its stems collapse under the toxic atmosphere, no sweet birds nesting, no gentle wildlife near. The crown of branches loses its majestic green pride, with no secret canopy left for us to run and hide.
The underground network carries a desperate silent signal.
Oh, this botanical structure is becoming dangerously brittle.
An unseen earthquake fractures our spiritual
Foundation,
enduring a slow,
painful,
vegetative starvation.
the roots weep beneath bleed, rot,
Die,
die.
earthy sorrow.
No tomorrow. The roots weep beneath the heavy trampled clay.
As our natural connection
Completely withers away.
the foundation grows,
The ancient trunk bleeds,
ignoring our
emotional, vital, spiritual needs.
a subterranean mourning.
Organic and profound, crying silently from underneath the solid ground.
Back to dust, earth to earth.
Nature surrenders. Pursuing dark outlines across the bedroom plaster, running desperately, but the illusions move much faster. Silhouettes stretching infinitely down the narrow alleyway, trying to capture a phantom that refuses to stay.
Hunting for apparitions in the fading afternoon, guided blindly by the deceptive waning moon, grasping at smoke that slips right through my fist.
A foolish pursuit of something that doesn't exist.
Optical tricks,
Playing games with my perception,
falling victim to this visual cruel deception.
sprint toward the figure, but it suddenly shrinks
Into the darkness,
where the hidden monster drinks. Chasing shadows through the labyrinth of my mind, leaving reality and solid objects far behind. A marathon of ghosts, an impossible endless race, following the trick of the light without a face, running in circles, hunting for an empty shade. From this spectral prison, there is no escape.
the perimeter walls cast a towering, terrifying gloom. Monsters projected onto the floor of my living room, tracing the edges of a memory that isn't truly there, boxing with the menace and invisible opponent in the air.
Corner of my eye catches a sudden rapid dart, accelerating the pounding of my anxious racing heart. Silhouettes dancing a mocking sinister ballet, taunting my efforts before swiftly darting away. Optical tricks playing games with my perception,
Falling victim to this visual
cruel deception.
sprint toward the figure,
But it suddenly shrinks
into the darkness.
where the hidden monster drinks. Chasing shadows through the labyrinth of my mind, leaving reality and solid objects far behind. A marathon of ghosts, an impossible endless race, following the trick of the light without a face, running in circles, hunting for an empty shade. From this spectral prison, there is no escape.
Stop the pursuit, stand entirely, firmly still.
Let the darkness operate its mysterious, quiet will.
You cannot handcuff a projection on the wall.
Surrender to the emptiness and let the darkness fall. Run, hide, seek, find empty shapes. Tricked mind dreamscape, just an outline, nothing there. Fade to black. Lifting the heavy velvet curtains of my stagnant mind, carrying a refreshing, pure atmosphere ratio, leaving the suffocating stale oxygen far behind.
Gentle gusts ventilate this narrow, depressing corridor. A pneumatic release bringing sudden, absolute clarity, acting as an energetic heavenly windborne ambassador, distributing comfort with an airy, generous charity.
The zephyr carries distinct, wonderfully fragrant memories, invisible forces actively pushing me confidently onward, scattering the lingering bothersome mental enemies, tilting my chin upward, gazing optimistically sunward. Soulful breeze reviving my exhausted, collapsed lungs, inhaling the pure, refreshing, magnificent stratosphere, tasting the sweetness upon our parched, dry tongues, blowing away the remnants of lingering cowardly fear, flying like a spiritual kite, entirely unenjoyed, cleansing the spaces that previously felt so cankered.
Airborne particles dancing joyfully in the sudden draft, exhaling toxic fumes accumulated over multiple decades, building a functional aerodynamic psychological craft, escaping before the spectacular daytime scenery fades.
Soaring high above the mundane, boring terrestrial problems, carried aloft by a supernatural, incredibly airy lift, detaching from the worldly heavy concrete columns, accepting this meteorological, fantastic, precious gift. The zephyr carries distinct, wonderfully fragrant memories, invisible forces actively pushing me confidently onward, scattering the lingering bothersome mental enemies, tilting my chin upward, gazing optimistically sunward. Soulful breeze reviving my exhausted, collapsed lungs, inhaling the pure, refreshing, magnificent stratosphere, tasting the sweetness upon our parched, dry tongues, blowing away the remnants of lingering cowardly fear, flying like a spiritual kite, entirely unenjoyed, cleansing the spaces that previously felt so cankered.
Sticky cobwebs forcefully scatter the debris. Let the internal atmospheric pressure equalize completely, opening the windows to embrace this grand decree, letting the draft kiss my forehead softly and sweet.
Soulful just the wind. The studio clock ticks past midnight, heavy with exhaustion. Magnetic tape unspooled slowly inside this cold recorder. Our creative spark whimpers into a faint dying ember. We spend hours chasing a harmony we can no longer remember.
Vacuum tubes inside the amplifiers are gradually cooling. Out-of-tune strings vibrate with a dull, hollow resonance.
Cigarette smoke hangs motionless above the mixing console as this uninspired session takes its final devastating toll. Frequencies dropping below the audible human spectrum. Our grand musical masterpiece has suffered a fatal fracture. The volume slider slips down towards absolute zero. No heroic applause waiting for either tragic hero. This fading jam loses its rhythm and heartbeat. Dwindling music dissolving into this deserted urban street. The groove unravels, the chords completely disintegrate, accepting our silent, unceremonious, quiet fate. A dying playback and agonizingly slow sonic decay as the last beautiful note simply drifts away.
Wooden drumsticks slip from my numb, slippery fingers. A feedback loop bones weakly in the monitor speaker. The rhythm section completely loses its steady foundation,
Halting this pointless draining musical negotiation. Condenser microphones capture nothing but heavy breathing. The flashing red indicator confirms the track is leaving. We composed a symphony out of fragile temporary lies, now watching how a legendary collaboration slowly dies. Frequencies dropping below the audible human spectrum. A grand musical masterpiece has suffered a fatal fracture. The volume slider slips down towards absolute zero. No heroic applause waiting for either tragic hero. This fading jam loses its rhythm and heartbeat. Dwindling music dissolving into this deserted earth. metaphorical trace. Decay, vanish, mute, hiss, unrecorded sorrow. No tomorrow. This fading gem loses its rhythm and heartbeat. Dwindling music dissolving into this deserted urban street. The groove unravels, the chords completely disintegrate, accepting our silent, unceremonious, quiet fate. A dying playback, an agonizingly slow sonic decay, as the last beautiful note simply drifts away. Cut the power, switch off the light, total silence. A sudden unexpected spark ignites this frozen icy relationship. The Arctic frost begins to melt away from my guarded exterior. Stepping off the lonely, isolated, cold passenger ship, realizing that my pessimistic fears were completely inferior.
Your welcoming voice pierces through my stubborn, thick armor. A friendly greeting thaws the winter accumulated inside my chest. The atmosphere suddenly becomes significantly, wonderfully warmer, putting my long-standing, cynical worldview to the ultimate test.
Combustion begins from a single, genuinely hospitable glance, giving our stagnant lives a beautiful secondary chance. The temperature rises as our eyes finally successfully meet, transforming this bitter, frozen sidewalk into a cozy street. A warm hello melts the massive glaciers of our long separation, initiating a beautiful, comforting regeneration.
A simple, friendly greeting packed
The genuine tender heat,
begging our synchronization,
completely, totally complete.
banishing
The lonely winter,
welcoming the glorious spring.
discovering the simple joy that a kind, welcoming word can bring.
Cozy embers crackling cheerfully inside the old brick fireplace. Hospitality radiates from the center of your beautiful smile, erasing the lingering tension from my tired, stressed out face. Knowing that this genuine connection makes everything worthwhile.
The emotional thermostat climbs to a perfectly comfortable degree, unwinding my defensive posture, letting down my heavy guard, feeling completely, wonderfully, absolutely accepted and free. After spending so many years feeling incredibly bitter and hard,
Combustion begins
from a single, genuinely hospitable glance, giving our stagnant lives a beautiful secondary chance.
the temperature rises as our eyes
Finally successfully meet, transforming this bitter, frozen sidewalk into a cozy street. A warm hello melts the massive glaciers of our long magical power to heal, making this newfound happiness